story time about how my friend was behind everything and how everything went bad in my life because of what she did to me. All right, story time. Let's get into it. So,
Friend. Are there really still true friends? I doubt if there is. And if there is, then that person must be an angel living in the midst of men. Hello, guys. Welcome to the space. If you are new to this channel, kindly subscribe to the channel, like the video, share, leave your comments, and good to have you back here again. So in today's video, we are going to be looking at the story time of a lady that talked about how she was disappointed, heartbroken by a person she called a friend. So let's get into it. There are so many lessons to learn from this particular story. So we are going to come back at the end of the video and give our commentaries.
me and this girl, we were extremely close. I mean, doing everything together. You know, when you're really close to somebody, you share everything with them. You share your vulnerabilities. You share how close you are. You share what's going on in your personal life. You just share things with them, okay? And we'll talk about why you don't share stuff with them no more, like I tell y'all. But you guys were close and you thought this was somebody you could trust. Your family likes them, like everybody loves them. Like you just really feel like, wow, I think I found that true sisterhood. I think I found that true bond that everybody wants so desperately to have is a good friend. Okay. So I would tell her little things about myself. We would share things and I thought that I was sharing this with a person that I could trust. And in reality, all she was doing was running behind my back, telling it to other people, running it to other people. And the biggest thing is, y'all, she created a fake social media page to bash me like on myself. I slowly started to notice that things started to fall apart in all of my relationships, my friendships, just things that I had in general started to fall apart. It was like no one wanted to talk to me anymore. It was like everybody was distancing themselves from me. And I was trying to figure out, like, what did I do? Because I haven't done anything to them and I haven't done anything for them to treat me that way. I was confused, trying to figure out what happened. So I would tell her, like, hey girl, like, so-and-so is acting real funny now all of a sudden and I don't know why. And she would always be like, I don't know. Meanwhile, y'all, she was the person behind it all. Friends had came into town and we were super duper close. Like, always together, always doing stuff all the time. And so she comes back into town and didn't tell me, which was unlike her because all she would do was tell me when she came back in town. The first thing we would do is hang out. The friend comes to town, she doesn't tell me. But instead, her and the girl that I'm telling y'all about started to hang out. And I thought that was weird because I'm like, how y'all not gonna tell me? All of a sudden, y'all, I started to notice that everybody that I was cool with, she became really close to, and they started turning their backs on me. Like, literally stopped talking to me. And I could not figure out for the life of me why. And I am a recovering people's pleaser, okay? And I used to try to please people and try to figure out what happened and what caused a friendship to end. I didn't know because I was literally left with no answers. She's the only person that I'm telling things to. She's the only person I'm talking to. I never ran my mouth about them. I never told her anything that was going on with them. I just was trying to figure out what happened, y'all. It wasn't making sense to me. And so I'm thinking, I'm like, wow, they're going out of town together, they're doing all this stuff together. I'm like, she don't even like them for real. Like, why are y'all hanging out when she tell me all the time that she does not like the people that I hang out with? In reality, now she kicking kiki ha ha with somebody else and they're treating me different like I did something to them. So remember at the beginning, I told y'all I found all this out because she created a fake social media of me and one of my friends sent it to me and had my pictures on there. She was basically bashing me, acting like I was myself, bashing myself about myself, sharing my deepest, darkest secrets about myself to bash me. And I knew it had to be no other person but her. I found the page because one of my friends called me one day and said, hey girl, like, you know, so-and-so got a page of you. And I'm like, what are you talking about? She was like, yes, girl, I'm gonna tell you the name. So the name was like XOXO Paris, something like that, London, Paris, something like that. And I go look at the page and the woman was too stunned to speak because I'm like, this is not making sense. Who could do this? And then it clicked. It's her. She was the one that you told all this stuff to. She's running back and telling people on social media like you're you about your business. I mean, telling everything, y'all. She even went as low as messaging one of my ex-boyfriends to, like, trying to flirt with him. He ended up calling me. I was like, you know, your homegirl, my message is trying to talk to me. I'm like, what? So y'all, when I found the page, I was hurt. Like, I was in disbelief. Like, when my friend sent it to me, I'm like, I'm hurt because if you know me personally, you know I'm probably like the nicest person. I'm going to always be there for you. And it just really hurt me because for her to make people turn on me, for her to have people not talking to me no more. I mean, I had a couple different friends, like 4 or 5 different friends, but it really hurt me because I wasn't understanding why everybody seemed to like turn their eye on me, like I did something, like I said something, like I was the problem. In reality, she was making people turn on me And I think it's jealousy. In my mind, I think it's jealousy because I think she just really wanted to be me, because she would make slick comments about me. She would like say little stuff, and I would like try to uplift her. If you're my friend, everybody knows me that knows me knows that I will uplift you. I'm an uplifter. That's just what I do, and that's what I give. So that really hurt me to see her get on social media to bash me like I was myself. And one of my friends telling me, and how my friend found out is because she told my friend, because she thought she was going to make that girl turn on me, but the girl didn't. She came back and told me. Like, what? And for her to message like my ex or whatever, that was crazy, because he calls me and he's like, she all up in my DM, she's saying da da da. Like, she was acting like, and the thing is, y'all, I had already brought her around this man. She had already been around him, which was blowing my mind for a loop. When he sent me the screenshot, I was done. So I did go confront her. I called her. I was like, hey, girl, can we have a conversation? Like, can we go meet up? Can we go get coffee? Can we go do something? She was like, sure. We met up at a local coffee shop, and we decided to talk about it. She lied, y'all. She lied up and down and said she don't know what I'm talking about. Why would I believe somebody saying that? Why would I do that? Da, 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 da. Long story short, y'all, ended up coming out that everybody came back to me and apologized, because she was saying stuff that I was saying about them that I did not say, to get them to turn their back on me. But then they said the lies started not to add up, and they decided that they weren't her friend no more. So after talking to her and realizing the conversation was going nowhere, and that she did not see anything wrong with what she did or how she did it, she thought it was all funny, hee hee ha ha, she thought everything was a joke. I learned at that moment, that's where the pivot happened for me, to realize that protecting your peace is the biggest thing, and that you don't share information with everyone, especially everything. And that was a part of my life where I was like the biggest people pleaser, where I just wanted to have friends, where I wanted people to be around me. And now at this point in my life, I do not care. I don't care. You won't get that same version of me that you had years ago that you get right now. And it's because of things that I went through, and it's the things that I've seen, and it just made me a better person. So all these things is everything that my parents used to teach me growing up. But you don't believe it until you actually go through it for real. Then you see it for yourself. Then you have to work through those difficulties. And so I just decided that it's best that we are not friends. And she still watches my social media to this day, because I can see her in the little thing. But what would you do in this situation?
Friend, friend, friend. That was such a heartbreaking story to listen to. Like, you getting heartbroken by the person you call your friend, by the person you think is loyal to you, but goes behind you to say bad things about you, telling people things you never said about them. How is that person supposed to be a friend? And I think we don't pay so much attention to the heartbreaks that comes with friendship. We are so centered on talking about heartbreak that's got to do with the boyfriend, the girlfriend, husband, wife. But you see that particular one that has to do with someone you call your friend, we don't talk a lot about it. And that one is a very, very heartbreaking one. It's something that pierces deep down into the soul. Anyone that goes behind you to say bad things about you isn't a friend. Anyone that goes behind you to twist the things you said about someone, of course, as friends, you're going to say things about people, you're going to talk about people, and that person goes behind you and starts saying the ones you never said and starts saying the things you never said. Trust me, that person is an enemy. Any friend that is jealous of you, jealous of your progress, jealous of your achievement, wants to achieve that same thing you've achieved, or wants to have that same thing you have, not like they have the means of getting that thing, but they go any length, they go any mile to get that particular thing, that person is not a friend. Anyone that goes behind you to start saying negative things, bad things about you to your partner, that person is not a friend. Run away from such individual. I remember when I was a little girl, when I was much younger, and I'm always telling my mom, I want to go see my friend. My friend did this, my friend did that, and I'm just talking about a friend. And my mom just looks at me and she just nods her head and she's like, don't worry, you're still little. When you grow up, you understand what friendship really is, because I don't think there are really good friends out there. Fine, they are good friends, but there are some friends that just wake up one day and they just want to break your heart. And trust me, as I grew older, I understood what my mom was trying to say. There's this friend I used to have. We got pregnant at the same time, and I told this lady, oh, I'm pregnant now. I was always sharing my pregnancy journey with this lady whenever we get to talk. And guess what? I never knew she was pregnant. Not until one day, my sister just called me and she was like, oh, are you aware that this particular person just gave birth? I'm like, gave birth? Was she pregnant? Was she ever pregnant? My sister said, yes. Didn't she tell you? And I said, I'm not aware. My sister said she actually saw it on her sister's, that's this friend's sister's WhatsApp status that she put to bed. And I was like, really? That was how I went to check. I saw it that she has finally given birth. Then after some days, she was calling me and she told me, "Oh, I just had a baby, this, that." And I was like, you were pregnant and we've been talking and you never told me you were pregnant. And I was always talking about my own pregnancy journey to you, and you never for one day. She was not like, oh, she thought she told me and all that. Trust me, after that day, the friendship I had with this person just went away. Like, we still talk once in a green moon. Yeah, if I may use the word green moon, we talk once in a while. But when we, those times of always calling and sharing your stuffs, your stories, and whatever thing was going on, stopped that moment. So, guys, I hope you learned one or two things from this particular story. Run away from evil friends. Run away from friends that are jealous of you. Run away from friends that get irritated with your success. So, guys, thank you for sticking around with me, and I'm going to see you in my next one. Subscribe if you are new here, and see you in my next one once again. Bye bye.